We jump through to the valley and different culinary experiences.
Ooh,
And
piece of sour.
this is Peru. That's Peru. People ask me, travelers ask me if I get tired to being a guide. And first of all, yeah, probably the scenarios are the same, but I don't travel in the same time of the years. And second, it's the attitude of our travelers that makes it different. Every traveler leave their home for a different reason, with a different perspective. They they want to see the world in a different way. Some people want to travel and try food. Some people like architecture. Some people like just to sit around and check it out, the scenario that they have around. They want to have coffee. They want to eat that cake. Um, and usually I said
De
people
agua
ask
con
me,
queso.
oh yeah, that's Machu Picchu. Oh yeah, they tell me, oh, what I have to do now. We had to, but I said, what would you like to do?
Right. Well,
Why are
that's
you coming
actually,
here?
yeah, that's a really good point, right? Because you, as a tour guide, I'm sure that you've got specific areas that you always want to show to people. However, your particular experience differs on how the people that you're guiding are accepting that. Because if they're not, in tune with what you're showing them, I'm sure that you'll change things around to try to make sure that they're having a good time. So that's always a very good perspective, right? Because when travelers go and they book a tour, um, they don't realize all of the work that goes behind the scenes. So I'm going to ask you, if I may, to kind of
Mhm.
reveal, I don't want you to reveal any of your secrets because, that's perfectly, totally okay for you to keep your secrets. But if you can tell us, let's say I am a new client and I call
Mhm.
you and I want to be able to go, I'm traveling to Peru. I know I'm doing that, right? But what would you recommend for me? Like, how would you create a vacation that I will never forget for the rest of my life?
But before to recommend anything, my first email will say, I will ask how many days you have available for this trip. And if you have the international tickets, I would like to have that information so I know the arrival and departure. Um, are you interested to see Machu Picchu, or do you have a specific bucket list that you want to follow? And well, there is one question that I do in that email that is, do you want to include hotels? Do you want to book directly? Or if you want me to include the hotels, which type of hotel you want?
Oh, so
That,
that's something you're able to do as well?
yes, that's what I do also. And that tells you a lot about a client. And then on my first tour, which usually, as I said, we started in Lima, when we do the Lima tour, uh, I try to take people to have a good cup of coffee. And that's the first question. Are you a coffee people? So, and that tells you a lot, because people can tell you, I don't drink coffee, I drink hot chocolate, I drink soda, or I drink wine in the middle of the day. I don't have to wait until 5 p.m. That tells you a lot.
When
And
I'm
that,
on vacation, I'm drinking nonstop. I don't care whether it's 5 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm totally easy with a mimosa for breakfast and
uh-huh.
a couple of cocktails for lunch. Yep, count me
and
in.
that and that tells me a lot about you and how we are going to direct the tour.
That I'm an
Um,
alcoholic? No, just kidding.
and of course, especially when we reach the main square in Lima, we have the Cathedral of Lima, we have the government palace, and I start doing my speech there. And I asked them, if would you like to visit the cathedral? People assume sometimes that, okay, this is a Catholic country, doesn't mean that everybody has to go into the cathedral. I mean, like, I respect because we probably, I don't know, but at least, in our side, we've been teach that you have to be Catholic. You
Right,
have to be to church every Sunday. But that doesn't mean that everybody's going to do it.
right.
And that tells me a lot for the next 5 or 7 days that I'm with those travelers. Because if they don't go into a cathedral, but I must say, you have to visit the cathedral in Cusco. That's gorgeous, amazing. But then
From
we
an
skip the
architectural
others.
perspective, not necessarily from a religious experience, right?
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, no, that's actually a really good point to make as well. Obviously, Connections Magazine is an LGBTQ travel magazine. So how are, um, again, I know Peru a little bit
Mhm.
because I'm from there, but I'm not there the whole time, so I don't know what the laws are like. So can you tell me a little bit about being a gay traveler in a country like Peru?
Well, being gay, we have to separate being gay, being lesbian, being trans. It's different, unfortunately. There is
Okay.
no specifically LGBTQ rights in Peru. There is no sex marriage, same-sex marriage. There is nothing like that. And I don't feel there is a law that actually protects us more than everybody's free of their opinion, religion, and sexual preference. There is nothing further than that. Uh, but if we go specifically just talking about being gay and being lesbian, being gay is more easy. I mean, like a guy being gay is probably more accepted than being lesbian. And that's something that the country, I'm like, the society has to be educated. Um, for tourism, depending of the operator, and we work directly, of course. The sole owner is 100% gay. So the people who I work with, the people who I work with, they are not gay. They are, well, they are straight as far as I know. But they are LGBTQ friendly. They know the perspective of the company, and they've been blending pretty well. The team that I have is for the last 9, 12 years, so I have no issues with them. And that's the most important, I think, when people travels, to know exactly, is this actually an LGBTQ friendly, or is just an LGBTQ because they put it on their website.
Right, right,
That,
right.
that's
So
easy to spot. I mean, like there are associations around the world, like IGLTA, like NGLCC, that gives you the certification. That's one part. Now, talking about Peru again, uh, there are hotels that are friendly. There are others that are not. Of course, people is not going to be holding hands in the streets. This is, unfortunately, it's not like Palm Springs. This is not Palm Springs, but there are areas that has more acceptance for gay people than others.
you had LGBTQ travelers, you would guide them as to which areas would be best for them, correct?
More than that, it's to explain how is the culture, how people will react. The environment that they are going to be surrounded with, me and the team, is going to be, of course, 100% friendly. But there are some rules, and that happen in any country in South America. There are some rules that we have to follow. And of course, if you want to visit a gay disco, of course, I'm gonna point it out. Okay, what time is good to go? What time is good to leave? Or what to behave, what to do, what not to do, to be safe, because we all want to be safe. I'm sure that, that in a specific area in New York will be difficult to be gay or not gay, or doesn't matter to be gay or not. You have to just be careful in any city.
In any city, you should always be careful. You should be on the lookout. You should always have, be aware of your surroundings. One of the best things that we always tell people is, obviously, if you're using anything like the dating apps or anything, make sure that somebody always knows where you are at all times. So that way, in case you don't happen to come home that evening, then they can know more or less where to look for you. So there's a whole bunch of things that we could easily talk about to
Yeah, and just finishing that subject, it's not just about being gay or not. I mean, like, uh, since I manage these small group tours, I have not just gay people, lesbian people ask me the same question, straight people, single people, that single travelers that ask me, oh, okay, what should I do? Where do I go? How to be actually cautious? Okay, you build under a relationship of friendship with the traveler, so they feel, that, okay, I can tell you, and I receive a lot of information. Hey, Aaron, I'm dating this person. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, so I know that you're going to be late tomorrow.
Well, that's
But
good.
it's good that actually they trust me, and in any case, I'm there, one phone, in case they need some help.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good that you are able to build that rapport with your clients, because that is what a great tour guide is able to accomplish. The fact that you can easily connect with you, they feel, it's more like you're a friend showing them around, as opposed to I am I am your tour guide and there is a secret wall that we cannot cross.
Yes, what I say everybody else, I'm not an encyclopedia. I can make mistakes too.
I like that.
But let me talk about our government too.
No, let's not. Let's not go there.
That's not gonna happen here. When I want to trash my president or the Congress people, I go directly to the building, and I'm doing that.
I go directly to Facebook. No, I'm just kidding.